What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the 5th episode of How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. This one's titled Well-Fed, Well-Regarded. I mean, yes, if you're well-fed, you will be well-regarded, probably, because if you're well-fed, it probably means you're quite rich, and money carries weight as well. But no, I think it's just a continuation of the last episode, in which we are currently still in the middle of a cooking program, which is, I mean, it's kind of funny just to have a cooking program in this world, but at the same time, it is also important because it's allowing the kingdom to see there are other foodstuffs and very delicious foodstuffs available that we haven't really considered yet and are available until we can solve the current food shortage of the everyday foods that we're kind of used to having. So it's a very important thing to have, and part of the reason why Poncho was brought on board with our advisory team. So we have that going on right now. We have one more dish that seems to be coming. And I hope it's not something as like ramen or something, because like everyone was like kind of making a bit of like a cliffhanger. Like this show loves its cliffhangers for some reason. Like it cliffhangered Tomoe whispering into Kazuya's ear, and that was an important cliffhanger because it was the ability that lets her speak to demons, which is a huge deal because we have not had any diplomatic relations with demons since they became a thing, and so such an ability is incredibly powerful, could end the war, could escalate the war, but is an entirely and hugely desirable thing to have. Like, nations will go to war just for that one goal, absolutely, and they realize that, so they're trying to keep that a secret as much as possible, and ultimately we have the Lishia's parents, the former king and queen, adopting Tomoe and bringing the mother and brother and such to live in the palace as well, so that we can keep them safe and kind of not draw too much attention to them, so that people think they're trying to hide something, but also like keeping them as safe as possible within the kingdom as well. So we kind of have our plan there, and yeah, I'm curious to see if that aspect of Tomoe's ability is going to be explored this season or not, because it's a 13-episode season. A lot of this season, I imagine, will be like fixing our kingdom and then worrying about, well, getting our kingdom fixed, then diplomatic relations with other kingdoms, and then worrying about the demon threat as a whole. We do still have that one kingdom that we were going to be traded off for. Who was it we were going to be transferred to? The Grand Chaos Kingdom. So we were going to be traded to Grand Chaos Kingdom in lieu of the gold payment to fund, because they're the ones that are primarily fighting the demons. They have the longest border, and therefore they are the main military nation that's keeping them at bay for now. And so like they want all the other kingdoms' financial support in maintaining that. And so especially for kingdoms that aren't directly on the border, such as ours, we are offering monetary reparation, except our economy was completely bust, so it was always a problem, but we've short-term figured that out right now. We'll probably have to make some negotiations with them later on as well, and obviously other kingdoms are going to be, like, eyeing us up as we make our moves, because, well, we're making some, hopefully, rapid progress, and that might upset the power balance of the kingdoms, because just because we all are united against the common threat of demons doesn't mean we all don't just hate each other anyway and have past grudges and all this stuff. So it's not like all of humanity is, and all the human races, so you've got like elves and such in there and dwarves as well. It's not like we're all just all pal chums in all of this. No, we all still have our misgivings with each other. So we do still have that to contend with, so we need to be careful about diplomacy and such. So yeah, we got a lot going on still, it must be said. So anyway, we're going to load this episode up here because I'm very excited to see where we end up going with this one, what this mystery food ends up being, that we had to cliffhanger it. I have no idea why we cliffhangered food, it's still ridiculous to me. Anyway, as per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month for extra access to all Patreon access I do on the channel, which is everything from my seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear, and Log Horizon, all of which will be making their return this week and hopefully getting back on track to finishing them for their deadlines. World Trigger we need to finish this season since we have Season 3 upcoming in October, I'd also like to get as much of Log Horizon done in that time as well, and hopefully Symphogear as well. I've got plans for Symphogear, so that shouldn't be too much of a worry, but yeah, we'll see how those all turn out. Here on YouTube, we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen, you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play start episode, I start episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation as per usual, since they're the ones who license the series. We have King Records logo and then the Funimation logo to start, so it's about 14 seconds or so, just over, of logos. Call them out as I go past, but you also see screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. King Records. Funimation. Cheers. Takes its time sometimes. Here we go. Slimes. Oh. Okay. That's what we're being fed. Okay. The cliffhanger was we were eating a slime, essentially. Also, in this world, we have found miso and soy sauce. So, he loves this place already. Like, I know he wants to head back to his world, but honestly, at this point, he's already starting to get more benefits on this side than the other, to be fair. Oh yeah, he was also experimenting with his magic there on that weird teddy thing. But alright. Here we go. It's slime. Mm-hmm. If you prepare him right. Right. Okay. So how was it killed? Hmm. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. I don't get the reference to it, but sure. Hmm. Ah, interesting. This looks so weird. Did we just make it into noodles? We just made slime noodles. We just made slime noodles. I was like, oh god. Mm-hmm. Yep. Since you're so familiar with it, you can try it. Yeah. I was like, yeah, you do it first. You're the king. We should prioritize your safety. But no, you try shit. uh, yeah. You're probably really good. And dead. Goods and noodles, okay. Squeakiness. Yeah. Probably the best you'll get. Oh, she's wolfing it down. She's really going into it. See, everyone else is just like taking two, maybe three noodles at a time. She's doing like the entire thing. Okari! uh, the king's brilliant. Uh, yeah. uh, God bless Poncho. Still eating bugs. How do you top that though? Okay. Oh. Hmm. Yield his position to our boy here. Hmm. Mm-hmm. We already kind of established this as well, that he was going to be future prime minister. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Or he has a suggestion, yes. Take time off, okay. I mean, yeah, you can't be constantly working, that'll wear you out, but... Fair. Hmm. I'm waiting right up. You at least take a day or an afternoon or something, you know? Overruled. Show off you're taking a break. Okay. Hey, out on the day? Okay. I mean, you just appointed a. Yeah, you just appointed her. There is that. uh, no, I think he did. Oh, training. Wouldn't necessarily call these two flowers right now. They're really going at it. Oh shit. They're really going at it. Can you not cause so much damage to the castle, please? Holy shit. Yep. Yes. Just a bit. Going to the forest, okay. Not enough time. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're telling them to cut down part of the forest. That probably isn't. Yeah. Doesn't make sense to cut down the forest to save the forest, does it? That would have the most influence. Yeah. Future trip time. Hmm. Hmm. That's quite the look. Oh, I managed to get school outfits into this somehow. Aww. Aww. No. Oh boy. Uh, Quite the start already. Why did we have to get in these uniforms? Okay. I guess we had to go in disguise for some reason. Uh, they have it the other way around in this world. Yep. Yep. Yes. Way too late. That works. Oof. 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 Savage. Also, he's the king of a nation. He's not exactly like a uniform and sunglass. Well, not sunglasses. Eyeglasses. Necessarily the biggest disguise in the world. You know. And we're still in the castle town, so it's like, you know. Okay. Ah, okay. Still crave dealer in the Kingdom Merch. Okay. Immediately picks up and it's just yeah. Mm-hmm. Jelly udon. Okay. Naturally. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because he like not saying it. Oof. Choose easing. uh... they're all saying it now. Wow. That's not the reason. Polygamy is recognized. Okay. Interesting. Doesn't happen often, but... Ah, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Fair. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That's how many waifus we're going to introduce in this series, basically. Oh, 8-day weeks? Interesting. They're getting so invested in this, I love it. You're about to find out. I mean... Okay, something's about to go down. Not as big a cliffhanger as the food cliffhanger, somehow. Okay. The episode went by very quickly, actually. Like, very quickly. Interesting that polygamy is fully recognized. I wonder if he is eventually going to have 8 members to his harem. I wonder if that's actually going to end up being the case. It'd be funny if it actually did, and like the author intentionally chose that to be like his or hers. I don't actually know who actually created the series. But it'd be interesting if the creator actually decided to pick that number of like you can have 8. She's okay with 8 wives, and he's gonna ultimately have 8 girls in his harem. I hope that was an intentional choice. That'd be really funny if it was. Alright. Very good episode. Very good episode. Alright, so this is when Hakuya now is actually... Well, the official ceremony hasn't happened yet, but he is now Prime Minister. And the first thing was to get him and Nishio on a date. I mean, fair. Okay, so how many harem members do you think we'll eventually get? Like, right now he's obviously got the main 3. In Juna, Aisha, and Licia. I'm sure there will be more by the end of the... Well, by the end of the series, yes, I think there will be. 13-episode series. We'll definitely introduce at least one more into this. Yeah, I don't know why they're so intent on using cliffhangers every single episode. It's a very interesting decision. Like, it doesn't feel like... I guess it works in the sense of, like, making each episode flow, if that makes sense. Like, when you have an anime episode that, like, has a conclusion to it. For example, we'll use Kakegi Shoujo that we just watched before this, since this is actually a good example. We had the idea of Yamada's eating disorder kind of sprinkled in over the past couple of episodes, and we kind of knew it was coming. But this episode kind of had that conclusion to it, the teacher's speech and everything, and we saw the payoff for her, and it kind of ended there, and it was like, okay, we just had this great moment for it. Whereas in this, it's like, we're still building up things, and we're now transitioning to the next thing, and setting it up immediately for the next episode. Like, cliffhangers do work. Like, the point of cliffhangers is that they work to get you invested and want to come back and watch the next episode. I feel like if you're overly reliant on cliffhangers, your content itself is not good enough to warrant people wanting to come back, which is a problem. But honestly, these cliffhangers are actually kind of funny and kind of dumb in some instances. Like, the slime one was, for the food cliffhanger was kind of dumb, so it kind of works, I suppose. Yeah, I think they are overdoing the cliffhangers just a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't need to do quite so many in the end, but... yeah, interesting polygamy is just fine in this world. Like, I guess the reasoning behind it, like, your family could die out if you don't have multiples, like, I guess, to an extent, true, I suppose. In a world with not the greatest medical care, I suppose that Middle Ages, right? I suppose that would have been the thing as well. It's like, yeah, when your life expectancy is only, like, what, like 30? Like, if you made it to your 30s, you're doing alright. You gotta, like, age of consent stuff, like, changed massively since then. Because we all live longer lives now. And, like, having multiple descendants is a big deal back then because, yeah, families, powers, and all that good stuff, so... I suppose it's not uncommon as well for, like, this time period that this is meant to be set in, I suppose. Kings would often have their mistresses, like the official queen, and then you'd have your concubines and stuff like that. So I guess it's not completely unheard of. So, again, Kazuya, I don't know why his reasoning for coming back to his old world is starting to diminish. Like, there are many, many plus points that are being hinted at in this world that, like, should hopefully be like, why would I want to go back? This world is so much better to me. I have people around me. I have all these things that I've worked towards and put all this effort into. Why would I leave this? And I feel like that's probably going to be, like, the thinking he has towards the end of the series. That's probably where it'll go, but... interesting to see what they end on here. They're kind of hinting towards, like... there's these, like, main characters that have been, like, showing up occasionally in the show and, like, in the OP that I'm sure we're going to be meeting at some point. Maybe this is the start of it, but I guess we'll see. With whoever this character is cursing, well, not cursing out, but shouting at how. I guess we'll see. And the original story is by Doze Maru, who I have absolutely no idea who you are. I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. So, yes, we'll just say they're the creator and leave it at that. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the ones per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Summer 2021 like find out on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.